Hello everybody. Hello. Thank you so much for turning up this morning. It is 10:22, sorry I'm a few minutes late. And we are going to do some drawing today. I'm Sophie Isles. I am tired. I'm only just having my breakfast. It's been a bit of a rush this morning, but hopefully it'll be an enjoyable couple of hours watching me draw something from school reunion today. So I hope you're all well, hope you're all good. I'm going to just put some chill music on and I'm going to try and draw this image I've got in my head and just think about how much I love school reunion. It's probably one of the first Doctor Who stories I remember really falling in love with when I first started watching. I think that's probably one of the reasons why I love Classic Who so much as well. So yeah, we're going to get started. Thank you so much for drawing. And yeah, thank you Cedric for joining. Yes, it's when you said it I was like, you know what, it combines, what I love about School Reunion is it combines two things I love. I love the new Who series. I love that it sparked a generation of Doctor Who fans. Well, many generations of Doctor Who fans because they're still being born. And also combines the worlds of which the older fans and those who have been watching Classic Who for years together, and shows that it is the same show, and it is, despite how different they can be at times, they are the same show and they are the same worlds and same universe. And I mean, Elizabeth Sladen's really all I have to say. Oh, that's wonderful, Cedric. That's great. That's really nice. So my plans today are to draw, so it's going to be the Doctor, Sarah Jane, Mickey, Rose, K9 as they're coming out of a door. So it's going to be a bit hard. I'm not looking forward to it, but I think it's going to be worth doing. So I've done some practice doodles this morning, which is why I'm late. So let's see if we can get this story down and ready to go. I'm going to leave my microphone on just a few more minutes saying hello to people, and then I'll go turn it off so I can concentrate a bit, but just to get the gesture down I'm going to leave this on, sorting out my table so I can see my screen. That's better. Right. I'll do it wide. So let's start with the bit I need. Need a dwarf to come out of. So I'm just trying to plan where I'm putting things at the moment. So if we put the door there. Right, so David, Mr. 10th Doctor. He's going to come out. With his Sonic. These are just really rough at the moment, just so I can get a sense of what I'm going to do. He's going to look back at Sarah. God, I hope I get this right. There you go. something like that. I might even make him bigger so I can cut off his legs. Because let's be honest, you want to see his legs. I don't. Right, and then behind him, I'm going to have Sarah Jane. She's not going to be that far off his head like that. She's going to be so happy to be there. Maybe, yeah, let's put her hand on his elbow. She is like, I'm in this moment with you. Yeah, it's not the best hair. I'll sort out the hair properly later. Just so we know who's who. Right. Then behind her, we're going to have Rose. We're going to have Rose look so pissed off. And probably rightly so. Rose is going to have been hiding behind this door, probably. Now holding on to it. Again, looking very annoyed, probably. Yeah, maybe I'll even make Sarah Jane a bit smaller. Cool, and then last but not least, poor Mickey, but we're gonna just make there's a bit more space to work in. Still think I've made the door too small. There goes. Just creating space where I think I need the space. And then poor Mickey at the bottom. It's going to be like, excuse me, because this is the episode, bless him, he doesn't shine so much, so he's going to be something like that. Nope. And there is obviously one more person, or great person, to add at the bottom, and that is K9, and he's going to cover he's going to cover the Doctor's legs so I don't have to draw them. He's like, I'm doing this. I can't draw K9 without reference, but this is just supposed to be let's go this way. But yes, okay. So we have our very rough drawings. I can't believe you can't actually see this. This is annoying. Let me just sort this out. It shouldn't be that bright. There we go. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. You should have been able to see. Hello, Satangi. No. Nice try. Nice try. Okay. Ooh. Okay. I mean, I think that looks okay. Let's actually try and make this look like the people they are and include all that negative space. So yeah, let me just find pictures from school reunion. I think Syl was also in this episode. Very funny. Very funny indeed. Let's have a look. Rose is so ready to kill everyone and it's so good. Oh, thank you for cheering. That's great. Thank you so much. Right. I'm just trying to find good pictures of everybody so I can then make sure I get it right. The last thing I want to do is get it wrong. It is lovely to see you all. Okay, and now I just need to find K9. Doctor Who. Let's see if I can find a nice old picture of him that I can use. Yes, okay. So because he might be the easiest one just to get started with, I'm going to do K9 first. Hello to everyone that's arrived. Nice to see you all. I'm still having my breakfast, I'm afraid, so there's a bit of chewing going on. Today, we're trying something massive. So, in case you haven't figured it out yet, because my drawing is rubbish, I'm trying to draw a scene from school reunion. So, we have the Doctor, we have Sarah Jane, we have Rose, we have Mickey, we have K9. So, let's do K9 first. So, let's turn down the pen on this, shall we? So, this is already looking more like K9 than what I had before. This is a good sign. So that's red vent. Okay. got a little operator on his back. Kano knows what he's doing. He's a good boy. Always will be a good boy. We love him. Okay. Nope. There you go. Already, things are falling into place. Okay, let's draw. I'm going to draw Sarah next. We love Sarah. Oh, thank you for hosting my stream. This is the first time I have been hosted, I think, apart from when I did my charity stream very briefly, so that's very good. Thank you. Try to remember, she's wearing I found a picture of Sarah Jane, obviously, but it's not at the very beginning of, it's from the very beginning of the episode, and I was kind of intending this to be later, so I think she's wearing a leather jacket at this point, which means she's looking great. There we go, so she's kind of holding on to him, and ideally the rest of her would be kind of here somewhere. So, again, that's a start. Thank you! Right, so Sarah Jane's ruff is done. Right, let's do Rose's. Again, Rose is someone I don't draw very often. This might not be the easiest thing to do. Right. Let's have a look. She's got like this. She's got very straight hair, does Rose. Straighter hair than I remember it being. Oh, thank you for cheering. I think you're trying to be the death of me, Sir Tangy, I tell you. Right, so she's wearing her, like, little vest. And then she's holding on to the side of the door. how am I going to do that? So, if oh, I don't like that. How do you hold the side of a door? Hang on, I'm just trying to look at how you would. It would just be. Would it just be fingers, maybe? That looks a little bit odd. There you go. Hang on, should be coming. Would it be like that? Ah, I've given her really horrible hands. I'll have to think about that in a minute. I hate drawing hands. But actually I really enjoy how I've drawn that, apart from the bloody hands. I'll have to think about how I draw those when I actually go to clean this up. Okay. So yeah, that's looking good. So now I want to draw Mickey next. Again, Mickey's not someone I've drawn very often, so I want to make sure I get it right. Even though, yes, I am drawing Cowardly Mickey, which I don't believe is right. This is kind of right for the episode that he's in. He is very, well, let's just say he's only really there because he invited them back to see Rose, if I remember rightly. He's wearing like a jacket. And then he's kind of trying to get the hands to work. It's not my strong point, hands, you can probably guess. Make him smaller. Okay, that already looks a bit better, so let's so like that. That already works so much better. Okay. Cool. Morning, everybody. Oh, wow, some followers. Hello, 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 hello. Yes, for those of you who have just joined, I'm trying to draw a scene from School Reunion. Hopefully now it looks a little bit more like School Reunion than it did about 20 minutes ago. So I'm slowly trying to like make this work. I can't draw Rose's hands, so that's going to be a thing I'm worried about. But, pardon me, everything else so far I'm happy with. So if I can get this to work, I'll be a very happy bunny. So let's draw over Rose now. Oh, actually give her a new layer. I'm making her, this is like the really upset phase that she's in with Sarah Jane. Morning! And I'm really enjoying getting that across in the drawing. Let's just get rid of Mickey for a minute. Let's see if I can actually draw this in, because this has been really hard. Okay. I think I've got this hand right. Where she's kind of clutching onto the side of the door like that. So I think it sort of works. Let's just get rid of Ricky for a minute. You know what? I feel really sorry for Mickey. I need to draw him more, because he's a very undervalued character. He deserves a lot more love than he gets. But he's treated quite poorly in the series. Obviously, I'm drawing him the way I am for this because he is very cowardly at the beginning of this episode. But you know, he really grows, and it's one of the things I really love about him. I'm lucky that we're lucky he gets the room to grow. I didn't think he would. Like, with the way he was treated at times. So I'm really, really pleased that he does. And yeah, she's really peed off. I mean, I would be. If I was hanging out. If I really, like... So obviously, School Reunion is... She's hanging out with the doctor, right? She has no idea. And yes, I think Mickey does get one of the best character arcs. Like, he's a great kid. Actually, speaking of which, I'm gonna draw over Mickey now that I've got the line quality that I like. Yeah, he really does. He deserves a lot more. I'd love to have seen... I know obviously Noel Clarke is doing bigger and better things really now. He's done so much good stuff. But I'd love to have seen him do some Big Finish stuff. Yeah, and the Doctor does treat Mickey really badly. Really, really badly. I agree with that entirely. It's so nice that he gets to grow, considering that. Let's see if I can actually draw his hand now. I thought his hand was alright earlier. All my hands always look different when I draw them again. I am not consistent in any way, shape or form. But as long as it looks like a hand, I'm not going to complain. And I think it does for now. I think I'm not going to make it look like he's got the buzz cut. I'm going to make that, I'm going to do that in the actual rendering of the hair itself, which I'll do later. Poor Mickey. There we go. So now, if we remove Sarah Jane for a second, that's the old one, that's the new one. Don't need that anymore either. That's looking okay. That's looking like we've got 2 people down. Fantastic. And Jamie made me another cup of tea. Yay! Okay. Let's put in Sarah now. So I've got a feeling David's going to take a long time to do. I'm not actually sure I'm going to get to finish this today. As you can see, it's a lot more full on than what I have normally been doing with you guys. So it might be that I have to finish it another time. Or I can finish it... Well, let's not do it over her eyes so much, Sophie. It might be that I have to either finish it later, not on Twitch, or I finish it next week. So I'll see what the consensus is. If you'd like to see me finish this one. But I will be doing this for another hour or 2. No, another hour and a half-ish. So I can only play until max of 12:30. Love your clear line style. Thank you. I really like Herge. Herge's work is really awesome. I grew up with the Tintin TV show. I think that does actually count for something. But I never really, I wouldn't say that I read the comics a lot and thought that's what I want to do. It kind of just happened this way. I liked the stylized eyes, and I think that really does kind of lend a likeness. That's interesting before actually, Cedric. Cedric saying does the Doctor's attitude actually fire onto Mickey, if that makes sense? I think that what he's trying to say is it because the doctor was so mean to him that it kind of made him better? I think that's a pretty good shout, to be honest. Better than thinking the doctor was an ass. But we know that he is an ass, so it's okay. Let's just... with these two, I'm going to sort that lip out because I've got that wrong, completely wrong. But so far, Clerks, animated series. Yeah, maybe. I really like thick, bold lines. I always have done. It's I don't know where I've got them from necessarily. Okay. I think I might make her nose a bit smaller. There we go. That's looking better. Cool. Oh, the mod does not like Spider-Man. Allow. Very good. Very odd. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. So let's see what we've got so far. So we have K9, Sarah Jane, Rose and Mickey. So that's... I mean, that's not a bad start. So now I'm going to remove all these from the image and then try and draw the doctor. Try and draw the doctor, sorry. So don't need that anymore either. We'll need that. I might make that. So you should actually put in the door that we're planning on putting in. Okay, so now we don't need that one either. So there we go, we have a good start. So now, goodbye to all of you. It's time to draw the Doctor. So we're just going to kind of cut him out. Just have the Doctor draw based upon this gesture. So let's see if we can do that. I'll start on his face first. It's always the easiest way. Oh, Mr. John Ridgway. That name rings a bell. I'm not very good when it comes to names of artists. But if I saw it, I'd probably recognise it. So he's turning back. Very happy. Bit too happy there. That's Sarah Jane's there. This is where look at his face. Actually, this is what he's wearing. So he's wearing his suit, isn't he? No. Trying to remember how to do suit collars. I will probably be going over this one again to make sure. So he's wearing his suit jacket. Like that. And then he's also wearing this big coat over the top. So that gives me more room to play with anyway. And then obviously he's got his Sonic. Can't remember what his Sonic looks like off the top of his head anymore. I'm a terrible human being. Oh no. What does it look like? I even have one. My brain's gone nuts. I got it. It's kind of what I was drawing, just not as good. And he does have spindly fingers, so I should probably make sure they do look actually spindly. So how is everybody today? What are you up to this lovely Sunday morning? Apart from obviously watching this stream, are you planning on going for a walk or watching something on TV? What is the plan? It's like lots of nice things. DJ Nerd, I caught a little bit of your stream. I popped in to have a look, but it was quite late at night, so I went to sleep within like 5 minutes. But hopefully, fingers crossed, at some point I am going to catch you on a stream properly. It's great. It's a rare sunny day. That's nice. And zooming with the family later. That's also really nice. Yeah, I zoom with my family on a Thursday night usually. So he's kind of done. I'm just going to go over him again. Make sure he gets all the mod cons like the others. Then I'm going to put in his coat. By the way, if anyone ever tells you the drawing is easy, they're lying. Just want to put that out there. Because this is hard work. I don't like it. Right. He's looking okay, I think. Right. So let me just rename these so I know what they are. So, dock. K9. Rename. Door. Sarah. Rose. Okay, let's have a look at this whole thing together. So door, doctor, K9, Sarah Jane, oh that's looking good, Rose, Mickey. Oh boy. Oh, and yes, the handwriting recognition has improved. Not greatly, considering my handwriting is terrible, but... Right. Whew. Well, isn't this stressful? So, I'm just going to have a quick break. I'm just going to go to the loo. So do stay with us. But this is what we have so far. So what's probably going to happen if I remove the door is I'll end up doing line art over it all again, so it all looks consistent. But now I have the basic for like what I want, then I can, it should be much easier to go forward with. So I will speak to you guys in a few minutes, and I will leave you with some music, and please, you know, share everyone, let people know that you are watching, and I'll see you very soon. See you in a minute. Hello everyone. Welcome back. Thank you so much for sticking around. Yes. We're going to continue drawing my school reunion image. The lovely 10th Doctor, Sarah Jane Smith, Rose and Mickey. Thank you for sticking around if you're enjoying this so far. Let me just get back onto the right camera. There we go. Let's do this one. Just very quickly in the break, I fixed his hand. It was bugging me. I asked Jamie to look at it and he helped me fix it, so that's very good. So that's done. So then what's next to do is to draw over it, all of it in new line art, and then we're going to start colouring this baby. Now it can be quite, like, I would say heavy, like it's a lot of me just tracing, so I don't know how interesting that will be to you. Hopefully it will be very interesting, but we will see. So I'm going to put this all in one layer. Move that down there, duplicate that layer, flatten it and make it smaller so we can draw over the top. Now let's get the, what size pen do we want really? That one? Do you make it smaller again? I think that's probably the right one. Okay, so time to tidy anything we didn't like before and really kind of really make this line art shine as best we can. The better this line art is, the easier our life is when it comes to colouring it in. We're here for the chill times, right? And tracing is pretty chill. That's true. It can be very chill. This, I mean, for me now, it's just amplifying what I had before, you know. Once the initial kind of drawing is down, just to make that a finished product. So yeah, good. I'm glad you're enjoying yourselves. Let's just do K9. Well, this is probably the most intensive Doctor Who drawing I've done in a very long time. Lots of stuff is going on. And I'm quite proud of that, to be honest. I can't remember how his ears sit. Where are you, K9? Thank you very much. Oh, I know it's probably not quite right, but as a design feature, it's fine. Right, I've also decided let's put on the single camera. There we go. Now you can see more of it. There we go. Well, K9's looking better now as well. There's something about the K9 on the side. There we go. Yes, it looks more like a H. It's very odd. A bit like that. Not quite. A little bit like that. Let's change this line so it's not so rigid. That's better. Well, no, come back. Thank you. Right, let's do Sarah Jane now. Need to make her face softer somehow. I think that works better. I'm not entirely sure yet. Okay. Right. To be honest, it's almost funny. I would actually just like this picture with just the two of them. But we're not doing that. So let's do Mickey, and then we can finish off with Rose. Determined to get Mickey's hand looking better. Not quite what I was wanting to happen. No, leaves that. Okay, right, let's try again. Maybe I'll come back to Mickey's hand. Right, I'll worry about the rest first. Right, let's start on Rose. Yeah, the chat box is picking on you today. Apparently, ho ho is a not an acceptable word. Okay. Oh, good morning, Ginger Tonic Tonio. Welcome to the show, and everybody else who's joined us. I'm currently trying to draw this. It is the hardest thing I have ever drawn. Why do I do this to myself? I do not know. In a minute, I'm going to see if I can redraw Mickey's hand, but in a minute. Right, okay. So his palm's out like this. That's better. Did I crack it just by not... Oh, I don't know. I don't know anymore, guys. Right. Look, it's not quite what I want. But it's better than I had. Thank you for saying it looks lush. I am scared. It is a... definitely a difficult job. So, there we have it so far. We now have the line art almost completely done. I think, if anything, it is done. But now obviously I can look at it with fresher eyes, see what works, what would be better to include and not include, etc. I think my favourite bit of the whole thing is Rose. She looks like she's ready to kill everyone in the room. And I actually really like how Mickey's turned out. Apart from his hand, which is very annoying. Maybe his hand is a bit too small, maybe? I'm just trying to see. Oh, that works better already. So maybe it's just the angle. Sometimes with drawing it is simple as something like that. Okay. Well, now the next thing for me to do. Yeah, that is true. It's why most cartoons are about 3 fingers. They can be very difficult. That's what I'm going to do now. So I have to finish at the latest 12:30. So I'm going to do as much as I can for the next 38 minutes. So I'm going to try and mask it and at least start some shading. So fingers crossed. I won't be able to finish it in this session, unfortunately. But I'm really glad that it's, looking pretty good, really. There's one thing I need to do here. That line is incorrect. That line is better. Yeah, cool. Sometimes it's only when you're looking at a picture again that you realise what's wrong with it. So, cool. Okay, let's start with the masking. So we don't even need the door frame anymore. So just for those who joined us, this is what it looked like before, and then before that, it looked like this. So we have come a long way since 10:20. So let's see if we can get some masking done. So it's funny, my dad was on here the other day and he didn't understand what masking was. So for those who don't know what masking is, I'm going to show you. So with this image, I've got my line art, which is this layer here. I'm going to rename it. Line art A, right. Then this is going to be our mask. So anything we put in this layer is going to be masked onto the rest of the drawing. This will make sense once I've actually done the masking. But so far all I need to do is just fill in the areas where I want the mask to be, and then I'm going to go round and delete the mask where I need it to be deleted. It will make sense when I actually finish. Those of you who've been watching my process for a while might understand what I'm about to do, but just in case. Might not take that long to mask it actually, it just depends on how difficult I've made it for myself, but I don't think I have. I'm not going to mask the door. I'll put in the door later. So far just making sure that everyone who needs a mask is masked. As so. And then I'm going to go in and start removing the pink from here. Like so. What then happens is anything I colour in with this will be left behind. A bit like using masking tape when you want to use watercolours in a sketch pad or something. You put the masking tape down to protect the areas you want to be white. It's like that, but doing the opposite effect almost, where you're using this vibrant colour to go, no, this is where all the colour needs to go. Don't touch the white. So it's like you're creating a mask. You're masking tape the rest of the image. So it doesn't, if that makes sense. That was how I explained it to my dad, because he used to paint cars for a living, and I think he suddenly went, oh, I get it. So yeah, so that was quite a fun experience. But yes, in general, fingers are very hard to draw. Can you believe this is the first time I've drawn this many characters in big poses and I'm actually happy with it? This is mad. I need to do a first Doctor one after this. I can't believe I haven't. So yeah, it'd be nice to do Jodie and the fam as well at some point. I drew them a lot when they announced Series 12. And then I always kind of go up when it isn't on. I go back to my favourites, if that makes sense. But I do like drawing Jodie, particularly. I haven't got my head around drawing the others as much, but I certainly enjoy drawing the 13th Doctor. Thank you. Oh, see, now I've realised here in my masking that I haven't drawn in a line here. Let's quickly sort that. Oh, not so big. What am I doing? Wrong one. No. Thank you. That's where the hoodie is. And then when I use my mask again, I can just go in like so. Wonderful. See, I'm quite an impatient colourer, so I need to make sure that the masking is good. If I don't, the masking looks terrible. And then the whole thing looks terrible. So, but at least this is quite like chilled music, chilled with you guys. It's good. I guess I'll use this opportunity as well to say, if you're new to the channel, there is 9 of you, so that's pretty damn awesome. Please consider like subscribing using your Amazon Prime. You can subscribe completely for free, or if you've got some spare cash and you want to support me, you can donate. There's a button called donate on my channel, just to help me buy new equipment. I'm hoping to play some games at some point. I really like indie games and I don't get to play them very often, and it'd be nice just to play them with everyone else. I have a Switch and a PS4 at the moment, and it'd be great to attach those to my Mac and just do some gaming with everyone as well. I think it'd be really good fun. they've also got I also want to get some RAM for this Mac. Oh, thank you, Cooper. Yeah, I'm really want to get some RAM for this iMac because it does get hot and has overheated a couple of times. Actually, when I'm on Zoom more than when I've actually been on Twitch, obviously. It's not happened yet. So it'd be really great to get this computer in the best shape it can be as a 7-year-old iMac. So if anyone has any spare change, it doesn't have to be very much at all, just to add to the donation pile, I would really appreciate it. Or just subscribe to me. It would mean a lot. Also, those of you who aren't aware, I have announced it on my Twitter, but after the charity stream, there is going to be an auction during the Quiz-a-Rassalon on the 22nd of November. It starts at 6:30 GMT, and there'll be an auction within the quiz. It's Doctor Who quiz, so you're going to enjoy it anyway. So come along, and there's also some goodies I'm giving away along with the prints of things that I have had stuck here, being unable to sell during convention. So if you would like my stuff, you've seen my work, you want to get some goodies, then please consider going on to Quiz-a-Rassalon. I think you have to email them to sign up, and you have to have at least a team of 2. But it's a really good fun anyway. Mikey runs it. He's an absolute legend. And I highly, highly, highly recommend just going and chilling out and having good fun at the quiz. I've done it I think I've missed 3 of the Quiz-a-Rassalons, which is very annoying because I really like going, especially now they're online. Unfortunately, I don't live in London, so I can't go all the time, but going live was really good fun. So I do highly recommend going to the online one, because there's some really hard questions as well. Really hard questions. Really, really hard. I mean, I can get some of them right. I mean, I did a quiz on Ian and Barbara, which I think went down pretty well. Some people were like, "What?" at some of the questions. But some people who knew me knew them pretty easily, to be honest. So yes, when I actually did my section of the quiz. So I'm going to be a special guest on the day. So I'll be part of the day having a chat with Mikey and auctioning off the large A3 physical print of the Doctor Who alphabet stream. Okay, masking is almost done. You can see what I'm doing now, so it's I think it's looking really good. So fingers crossed if I can just get this last little bit done. I can at least start shading before we go anywhere. Can't believe it's already 4 minutes past 12. Time flies when you're having fun. There we go. Actually, I had a question for you guys. Those of you who are watching, what is the best days for streaming for you? So unfortunately I'm not free on Tuesdays and Fridays, but what kind of days are best for you to watch streaming? I can change things around potentially with some of my other things on Mondays, Wednesdays and Thursdays. So what do you reckon? Are there any other days that you'd prefer to see me streaming? What's convenient for you? Just to see kind of if there's a particular day that you think would work better. At the moment I'm streaming Wednesday nights and Saturday mornings. And I think I actually get quite a good view count on a Sunday morning, which is surprising. Just doing things on a lazy Sunday morning, afternoon. So what do you guys think? I'd be really intrigued, as you are the ones watching, what times would suit you? So Saturday and Sunday are best for me. Thursday is my only free evening at the moment. That's good to know. I'm not free on Tuesdays and Fridays either. I'm new to Twitch because of this drawing. Oh, that's very cool. So would you say weekends work for you, Cedric? Or is it more of a... just to see how it goes, really? Obviously, weekends wouldn't be free for you if you had events. Oh, thank you, guys. That's very kind of you. It's been wonderful to get people coming and watching and reminding me that... I watched the charity drawing in the browser. I see. So how are you finding Twitch then, Cedric? That said, would you be going for later at night with your streams? Because mine are usually 6 till 9, then I raid a friend's channel. Ah, interesting. I haven't done a lot of research into raiding. I know I'm aware of what it does. I wouldn't mind doing later night ones. I just have to be kind of prepared for them. I can't do Tuesday nights because I'm in my Torchwood game, or Fridays because they usually... But if I was to start twitching after 10, I don't know if I'd be able to stay awake that long after doing RPGs. So maybe Thursday night late streaming I could do, because I would be talking to... So I have a family Zoom on a Thursday, and on a Thursday night I would talk until, I don't know, I'd be online no later than 9 o'clock. So I guess I could do like a late night chill on a Thursday night. That could be quite nice. So then I could do Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday. Ha 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 ha. Yes, Ginger Tonic Tonio is hopefully going to be streaming our D&D games. So do get in touch with him if you would like to watch some D&D being played out. Our sessions won't be long as Critical Role. They'll be about 2 hours at a time, maybe 2.5. And we're playing a Call of Cthulhu Torchwood game on a Tuesday night, and on a Sunday hopefully we're doing a D&D one. So if that interests you as well, follow Ginger Tonic Tonio. Yes, in the Tuesday game I play Ian and Barbara's granddaughter, and on the Sunday I play a paladin. Oh, thank you, Tony. Yeah, Sundays are good. I think I'm enjoying the Sunday mornings. I feel like I'm just chilling out. It's something that you guys can just do in the background of stuff. And I'm really pleased with how this is coming out, definitely. So now, I'm just gonna... Oh, it looks great. Sorry, I'm actually really pleased with how this has gone. Let's make this kind of... Yeah, there we go. Right, let's see if we can add some shading to this As you're here, Tony, are we still set for one? Because that's why I need to go, as I need to have some lunch and then I'll be doing my D&D at 1 o'clock, so let's try and get some shading in here. I don't think it'll be as good. And you can see where the mask is. I still need to go in and tidy it up, so I will do that in a minute. Oh, cool. Yeah, so Tony's our DM for our Dungeons and Dragons game, so that can be very fun indeed. I do highly recommend watching our games. Tony's an amazing DM. He really gets the most out of our characters. So I'm really excited to see what today will bring. You can see where my mask quite isn't. If you look really closely, look, there's a little bit of white there that shouldn't be there. So I need to sort that out. Oh, thanks, Tony. He's too nice to us, really. Do you think maybe she's annoyed? Oh, bless her. I killed two of you. Yes, Tony has killed two of us, but, you know, for story purposes. Yeah. How dare you. Okay. How are we doing? 15 minutes. Not too bad. Oh, Sarah Jane. Well, that's certainly looking shaded, so let's put in the overlay and make the white not so white. Okay. Oh, it's looking good. It's looking very good. Let's see if I can again zoom in this Camo Studio bit for you. No, that's so it's easier for you to see. There we go. Hopefully. That'll be a little bit easier now. Right, shall we add a little bit of highlights to this? So just get the white again. It's just, I'm just using a gouache tool, as they call it, gouache. I'm just going to add highlights in a few places, and I think the last thing I'm going to do is just going to go through and just sort out the white, the bits where I've missed earlier on today. Just catch any line art that I've missed. So with this, what do you guys want me to do in regards to finishing this off? Do you want me to finish it off anyway? Or do you want to see the finished product? Do you want to be here watching the finished product, if that makes sense? Let me know, because what I might do is I might maybe stream later today, depending on how I feel. If not, I may do it Wednesday and finish it off Wednesday during my usual schedule. What do you think? Or should I just post it up when I finished it? What do you think would be the best thing to do? I'm sad I don't have the time really to finish this now, but that's okay. Oh, thank you very much for the comment. I'm really pleased with how it's turning out. So thing is, I like this drawing so much I want to finish it, so I'll have to finish it later, but it won't be until much later today. Ah, cool. That's so interesting to know. Well, I'm glad you're here for the chill. Look how happy he is. Because Sarah Jane's there. That episode just gives me a really warm, fuzzy feeling. Every time. Makes me wonder what it would have been like if Christopher Eccleston had done School Reunion. He'd have been a sad boy. Cool. Yeah, Rose's Face of Thunder is by far my favourite thing in the entire drawing. Right, let's just do a few more final touches with this. So let's give him his little eye shine. The hair dudes. Right, let's Oh, Cedric. Well, I appreciate that you're wearing a London 1965 t-shirt. That is a great t-shirt, and I wish I'd been wearing it. See, DJ Nerd knows a good thing when he hears it. We all appreciate you. Right. What was I going to do? So, right, that's done. So I'm going to rename that Eyes so I don't forget. Eyes. Line art. So that's the shadow. That's fine. What was I going to do? Right. In here, I'm just going to go in. You can now see really clearly where I've missed the white. So I'm just going to do that just for my final thing, so that when I do get to colouring it, this shouldn't be that long a process now. I've done the hard stuff. It'll just be going in, adding the colours, making sure it all reads nicely. I mean, even like, just to show you, I'll just put another colour over the top and show you just how easy it would be just to finish it as it is, but I like adding the colours from the episodes and stuff. I have a little bit of leeway in regards to time. Go. You might not be able to see all the weight that I can see because it's so small. But I promise you it's worth it for the final thing. Right. Okay. Almost tidy. Okay. Let's look at this shirt photo. Yeah, it's a beautiful photo. Beautiful. Thank you, Cedric. Thank you so much. Right. So what I'm going to do, just to show you kind of what I'm leaning towards for this, is I'm going to add in the doorway. Like so. Actually, to the point where I might just remove the doorway from this image. I know it took me a while to put it in, but I know it's a pain. So where did you come from, pink guy? There we go. Hand, get rid of that bit. Okay, right. Now if we bring that back, nope, don't do that, Sophie, that's a bad idea. Okay, so now all I have to do is just get this to work on the door. So actually I might not even need to do that. Sorry, this looks a bit finicky, but it's worth it, I think. There we go. Ah, thank you, Tony. Thank you very much. Okay, so this is starting to look kind of more like I expected it to. I think I might even put that over. Yeah. This will make more sense in a second, I promise. Adding this kind of dorm frame. Where's my... Oh, thank you so much. Oh, okay, thank you, Tony. Right, well, I'll continue doing this then for a little bit longer. Let's see what happens if I... Didn't go as well as I planned. Oh, don't worry. Maybe I'm just worrying unnecessarily. I should have just done this from the beginning. There we go. This might actually work better anyway. Anyway, okay. Let's stop mucking around now. That's better. Thought I could do it another clever way, but I couldn't. Cool. Well, I'm going to do this then for another 20 minutes because I found out that I have more time. So if you want to stay, I'm going to see if I can... Now, I'm not going to colour it yet, but I am going to do some tighter shading, and I'm going to put a nice colour over the top. Just to show you what it would look like if I just decided to do it in colour. Which will make sense soon enough, I hope. And the tighter shading is more, you know, making his hair dark and stuff. So that if I was to put a colour over the top, his hair wouldn't be the same kind of saturation. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Same with Mickey's hair as well. Same with Sarah's. So this is how I coloured the Legacy of Time poster that I did, oh god, must have been a year ago now. I don't know if any of you ever saw it. It's Pretty damn awesome one. I drew basically everyone involved in Legacy of Time, which if you haven't listened to yet, you should. Let's do Mickey's hair. Go. That's already looking pretty good. And then what I'm going to do is I'm also going to do the same thing with just with white, so we know that. And if we overlay, or like, okay, I might not make it white necessarily, but just to show that Rose's hair colour is much brighter than everybody else's. God, she is really ready to kill everyone, isn't she? Right, let's just make that. There we go, much better. Cool. And the last thing I want to do as well is I just want to make Sarah Jane, because Sarah Jane's wearing her jacket, so let's make that darker too. Actually, and the Doctor's wearing his suit jacket, so maybe I'll use the same layer to do that. Again, I'm only doing this because I have the time and because I'm going to make a version which is just a pure colour on top of this, and you'll see as I'm putting it in, once I actually laid the colour over the top, you changing the values of the black and white has really, hopefully, helped build on these layers. I might even have time to add the pinstripe in. Yeah, probably. There we go, and then one last thing, because I completely forgot before the pinstripe, K9 deserves to be a colour all his own. Okay, good boy. So I don't know how many of you know this, but before I started watching Doctor Who, I got called K9 at uni. It was a passing thing. It was a really good fun. Basically, I was in the Anime Society at the time. Don't ask me what anime I enjoy. I've forgotten, but I really enjoyed anime at the time. And anyway, a friend of mine needed help with some tech. I helped. And then there was this whole laugh about the fact that, hey, you're like the tin dog, like K9. And I kind of gave them all a very blank look. And then they laughed and said, oh, haven't you watched Doctor Who? And I said, no. Sad times. So, you know, they were like, well, you should watch it. You'll like it. And I was like, I don't know. I'm not really big into science fiction in that way, I say, laughing now. And they were like, oh, come on, it's time travel. You'll love it. So I was like, okay. So they forced me and sat me down to watch Waters of Mars as my first ever Doctor Who episode. And, yeah. The rest is history, as they say. So Okay. Just gonna try and add a kind of sneaky pinstripe. There we go. Cool. Should make us lighter. And then let's just do his coat. See, this is why colouring is such a mammoth task, because I'm not even really thinking about colours at the moment. I'm thinking about the grayscale. In normal circumstances, I wouldn't have to do this very much. I'd just be putting in the colour. So actually I've given myself more work, but that's okay. It just makes for interesting, well, just makes it interesting when I actually put the colour over the top. And believe me, it will look good. Though I need to think of what colours go with School Reunion. Go, almost there. Oh, that's cool. I wish I'd found all the pre-New Who stuff like sooner. I had friends who were into it, but I just wasn't sure I'd like it, and it wasn't until I listened to Light at the End, Big Finish story, the anniversary. And then I listened to some other bits and pieces. Some of Doctor stuff was quite cool. I watched some episodes of his, and I liked them quite a bit, but it wasn't like I know what this is and I know what I want from it, if that makes sense. Right. Let's do this. Okay. Okay, let's see what happens if I add to this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it in another layer. So that's going to be the final thing for me to work on later. But as a little thank you to you guys This is going to be the one that I'm going to put online until the other one's finished. So let's flatten that. Right, that's done. Right, that will do. Okay, right, so first thing I want to do, let's see, put that into another layer. Actually, I won't even need that. Duplicate that one. Bloom. Noise. A little bit of noise. Right, and then curves. Cool. The only thing I do want to do is I want to just make that blue. No matter what. Right, and now, gradient map. Oh, wow. That's nice. I wonder if we make this. I like that a lot. Right. And I think that is where I'm going to leave it for today. I'm going to try and colour this properly very soon, but for the time being I am done. Thank you so much for staying and being a part of this. This is probably one of the hardest things I've ever had to draw. So I will speak to you guys very soon. Thank you so much for staying, and I will catch you next time. And I'm glad you enjoyed it. Speak to you soon. Bye.